whether it's acting or anything else that I pick in life. Because there's always so much more to learn. There are always, you see performances, you study performances, you think about what you might do in those performances. You study performances of actors that you really admire. You watch their films, you read their screenplays, you see the choices. I think acting is all about the choices that you make, and it's wonderful that there is so much that you can. It's about observation. It's about.
But now that you're being very selective, I will ask you that now that you're being very, I'll not say you're being very choosy, but you're being selective of what roles that you. What is that one role that you feel that it's in your head? I will not term it as a dream role because that means that you're limiting yourself. But then, what is that one role in your head that you feel, oh, this if I try, this will test my patience and my sustainability or maybe something. But then it has to be tried because that will tell me till what extent can I go to be what.
So I don't know if there's just one role like that. There are so many like that, and for me as well, whatever you give me, if I like the script, I will, first of all, every time I read something new or I know I'm going to do something new, I get very nervous and I get very tense.
I remember.
That always happens. It's only when I start breaking it down and kind of say, "Acha, theek hai, shayad ye ho jayega." Until I get on set, I'm nervous. Like a little bit of a wreck. I don't want people to know it, but I know that when I'm I'm like going through my script like a mad woman. I kind of read my script almost about like 60, 80, 100 times. Sometimes, and I remember Aurora was there with me through the lockdown last year.
Yeah.
And I read it every day.
Are you serious?
I used to just read it. Yeah, I used to just read it every day. I knew my lines, I knew Kumudji's lines. I just knew, the stage directions. I knew everything. So I'm one of those. I think I'm probably geeky a little bit like that. But that's what I think helped as well. I think that's what helps me. Because I knew Vaishali like the back of my hand by the time I reached the set, and I think that is what really worked for me. And I loved playing her a lot. Like I loved playing Zeenat as well. But yeah, I'd love to do something. I'd love to do something that's more physical as well, because I really I'm a yoga teacher as well. So I'd love to do like I was just talking to somebody yesterday, a director I met at a Diwali evening yesterday, who I said, I really need to be like a warrior princess, like a warrior queen. Can you just write something like that for me, please? Damn. So yeah, that would be something interesting, very interesting to play. I think, because I feel like there's a lot of grace there, but there's also a lot of power there, and I really enjoy the mixture of that. I also love creating women who are very strong and very vulnerable at the same time. I think it's such a beautiful juxtaposition.
There's this show, Behad, that has Maya's character in it. She has this spunk, she has this madness, she has this I will decide, the psychotic side also. So in my head, I don't know, while you're talking, I'm like, oh, she's just set one kind of a role for herself. Now I want to see her going in that direction. So it's just a different.
No, that would be great. It would be great to be psychotic, because I think all of us are at some level. Most women are, men also are actually. So all are. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and I have that side as well in me. I'm super weird at times. Not at times. I'm like that. I also want to do a lot more comedy, because I keep telling Akash, I said, you're the only one who makes me do these things. Nobody else does. I get all these, these very serious kind of roles, which are great and I like them. But I think I'm extremely good at comedy. If you go and see that whole Bhandu, whatever that they did in last year's mismatch, it is all coming from here, because I know in real life I'm extremely clumsy, I'm extremely goofy. I brought a little bit of that to Zeenat as well, because I feel like she needs to be a little goofy, So even when she comes on that cycle, she's mumbling because she's seen her crush. I would be like that fully.
And as she goes like,
even when I leave, I'm like, okay, all right, my heart, settle down a little bit,
No, it's beautifully done.
Yeah.
But then, if I may ask, because seeing now, by God's grace, it is reaching where you are looking at for it, and it's going that way around. In that regards, who are these actors or directors that you feel that they are in your bucket list that you want to work with? It can be from Hollywood, Bollywood, anything. But then you feel that, oh yes, this is what I have to.
I think there are again so many of them, because there's so much new raw talent that is just there, out there right now and waiting to be explored. And I hope I'm one of them, and I hope I'm on their wish list as well. But yeah, somebody like Vishal Bharadwaj ji, I really want to work with. So 11 years ago, I thought when I saw Rockstar, I wanted to work with Imtiaz Ali, and it took 11 long years, but it finally did happen. And Vaishali was just, my little heart.
Yes.
A piece of my heart. So yes, there's Vishal Bharadwaj ji, there's Hansal Mehta ji, there's I'd love to work with a woman director. I've never worked with a woman director. It'd be lovely to explore that. There is so much from the newer people. There is a film that it's an freaking incredible film, and I wish I'd seen it in the theatres, but I didn't know when it released. It's a film called Tumbad, made by Mr. Rahi Anul Barve.
I've seen that. Oh.
I just want to work with him. He's making a new film, a new show now, the Gulkanda Express or something.
The Gulkanda Express.
Yeah. So I think, so something like that would be amazing. To just be a part of that world would be amazing. I'm loving how the new age filmmakers are looking at their world and creating this beautiful world and their characters in it, and I would want to be one of those amazing characters.
But then seeing how the regional cinema right now is touched by
phenomenal.
It's booming, like how they are coming in our
I want to be a part of that as well.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'm tripping on the South films, dude. What are they doing? I love it. Yeah, bring it on. From their songs to their storytelling to their action to just, they're so like, the swag is just out there.
Wow, I feel as if she just had like a huge list, but then she's like, oh, पहले किसको choose करना है, पहले किसको choose करना है.
अब क्या करें? इतना सारा करना है, time कम है, तो चलो हो जाएगा सब कुछ.
All of it. But then I am very keen to know that Mismatch has left a mark over the audience's mind, rather I would say over my mind also. What next? When are we seeing season 3? What is the next in the plate? What all is happening?
Dude, Mismatch को आए हुए एक हफ्ता भी नहीं हुआ है, season 3 कहाँ से आएगा?
I still want to know season 3 आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा?
आ रहा है. Season 3 भी आएगा. I had a chat with my creative producer yesterday, and she's like, yeah, dude, we gotta work on it now.
Finally,
wait.
we'll get to see Sid and her chemistry. We'll see Anmol.
I hope.
I'm really hoping for that.
I love that about Zeenat. Everybody else is judging Anmol. He himself is judging him. But Zeenat doesn't.
Bubble for him.
No, Zeenat doesn't judge him. That's the only thing. She's just accepted him with everything, which is why
Zeenat is judging. But then technically, Zeenat is not really judging.
Zeenat never judges anybody, and I think that is something that I get inspired by also with Zeenat. And that's exactly what Sid Sir says. No, eventually he says, "You amaze me, Kareem, because." He's not an easy guy to deal with.
Yes.
And you deal with him like so easily and so with a smile always. And that's just something I think that's just her quality. That's something that I would like to bring in myself.
But what was the first thing that you guys did when you guys met back on the sets? Like, how did you guys greet each other? Like, do you have like some inside handshake or some inside gossips or something that you guys share, and like what was it like?
Well, no gossip, no handshake. It was just like, okay, we meet in family. Let's do what are we eating for khana. That was the basic conversation for every day. Yeah, because the food on that set was the best food that I've eaten on any set.
Wow.
Really? Oh my God, Ram Dada. we are like, oh Ram Dada, can you stop it? We will really be like, we'll need few sizes extra on our.
We can't do that thing right.
Every day, it used to be like different. We had Chinese, we had Indian, we had Mughlai, we had South Indian, we had Italian, we had salad, we had everything every day.
And then they had an in-house yoga teacher out there, like
yeah, who used to be like dead by the time khana used to get over. Be like, acha Ram Dada. So after the first few days of really pigging out and everything, I'd be like, okay Ram Dada, salad बनाया है ना बस बाजू में रख के मुझे दे दो, मुझे सबके साथ खाऊंगी तो then I want to eat everything from rasam, rice to biryani, everything was there.
Wow, but then what next? Where can we see you ahead also? Like, what is on the plate next?
Oh, yeah. So next I think will be, there's a series that I finished shooting. It's for Amazon, so that will hopefully come out at some point. And then I've just started shooting for a film after many years.
Wow.
It's a Salman Khan production and it's interesting. Again, I'm completely different. You'll see me as a completely different person. So,
well, I am waiting for you to actually blow my mind. But then thank you so much for joining me here on TellyChakkar. I had a great time talking to you. Well, that was Vidya for you, and this is me, Vishakha Pandit, signing off with camera person Hira Yadav. You do tell me in the comment sections if you've watched Mismatch, and if yes, do tell me कि आपको इस बार का season कैसा लगा, and what do you have to say about today's interaction?
Hey everyone, this is Vidya Malavade, and you're watching me on TellyChakkar. Keep watching.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to TellyChakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.